Thank you, boss. Or good day. I'm Prince David M. De Lima.
And I'm Annalyn Tan, and we are one of the researchers at BS Math and have a thesis entitled
Predicting road traffic accidents of selected municipalities in Laguna using time series analysis. And our thesis advisor is Mr. Victor A. Estalilla Jr. So we came up with this title because we thought of road traffic accidents are one of the major causes of disability, injury, and deaths in the Philippines and other countries. What we see in the news article and television are the increasing number of cases in road traffic accidents due to the increasing number of vehicles, changes in lifestyle, and risk behaviors among the general population. Even though the use of pedestrian lane is not an excuse to avoid these kinds of accidents, when there are still reckless and irresponsible drivers and motorists. So with this study, uh, we will forecast the number of road traffic accident of selected municipalities in Laguna for the next 5 years for the number of cases of road traffic accidents, involvement of sex of the suspects and victims, and quarantine status using SARIMA-X, or also known as seasonal autoregressive integrated moving average exogenous model, and exponential smoothing. This will serve as basis for the government to implement projects and programs that would lead to lessen the problem in road traffic accident. So next slide po. So, Philippine Statistics Authority stated that the number of deaths due to road crashes has been increasing since 2006. In 2006, the Philippine Statistics Authority recorded 6,869 deaths due to road crashes. 9 years later, in the year of 2015, the number of cases jumped to 10,012. So Laguna is a province where road traffic accident is relevant, especially in highways where vehicles are. Places such as Calamba, Cabuyao, Santa Rosa, Pila, and Santa Cruz that are prone to high numbers of cases of road traffic accidents in Laguna. So we decided that the town of Santa Cruz and Magdalena will be the target of our study because these are the towns we are living, and our forecast will be able to help in reducing the number of cases in road traffic accidents. So next slide po. So forecasting is the process of making statements or prediction of the future events based on past and present data whose actual outcomes have not yet been observed. So, and it has two major types, the qualitative and quantitative forecasting. Qualitative forecasting is often called judgmental methods. These are techniques are based on opinions, intuition, emotions, judgments, or personal experiences, and are subjective in nature. And on the other hand, quantitative forecasting is based on mathematical model, and it is objective in nature. So, however, in this study, SARIMA-X, or seasonal autoregressive integrated moving average exogenous model, will be used. And next slide po. So these are the conceptual framework. The conceptual framework consists of input, process, and output. The input includes 5 years historical data of road accidents in terms of demographic profile, number of cases, and quarantine status in selected municipalities of Laguna. We are already secured in gathering data from the police station both in Santa Cruz and Magdalena, and we already asked for their permission for the data. For quarantine status, we will put the number of days in enhanced community quarantine, modified enhanced community quarantine, general community quarantine, and modified general community quarantine every month from the year of 2016 up to 2020. So time series analysis and forecasting will be used in the process on this study. For output, where 5 years forecasted historical data of the demographic profile, number of cases, and quarantine status. So next slide po. Next slide po.
Ah, okay, go ahead.
for the continuation of this presentation, statement of the problem. The purpose of this study is to forecast and show the pattern of the number of road traffic accident in terms of demographic profile, number of cases, and quarantine status in selected municipalities of Laguna for the next 5 years. Specifically, this study sought to answer the following questions. First, what is the profile of the people involved in accidents in selected municipalities of Laguna in terms of suspect sex and victim sex? What is the status of road accidents in selected municipalities of Laguna in terms of number of cases, number of days in ECQ, number of days in MECQ, number of days in GCQ, and number of days in MGCQ? So next slide po. For the number 3, what is the current trend of road traffic accident in selected municipalities of Laguna in terms of number of cases, suspect sex, and victim sex? What is the model fit in the Sarima X model? What are the forecast data for the road traffic accident in selected municipalities of Laguna for the next 5 years in terms of number of cases, suspect sex, and victim sex? So the answer in the statement of the problem will be based in the findings in chapter 5. So next slide po. So research hypothesis. The Sarima X model is not significant to the number of cases of road traffic accident in selected municipalities of Laguna. Next slide po. The researchers believe that the result of the study will benefit the following: riders, LTO or Land Transport Office, future researchers, and LGUs or the local government units. Next slide po. This study will limit road traffic accident data from the year 2016 to 2020 for demographic profile and number of cases given by the Laguna Police Provincial Office. The area are the municipality of Santa Cruz and Magdalena. We are already secured in gathering data both in Santa Cruz and Magdalena, and we already asked for their permission for the data. And we will forecast the number of road traffic accidents in terms of demographic profile, number of cases, and quarantine status from the year 2021 to 2025. Next slide po. So the words were defined accordingly for further understanding and on how this functioned in the study. First is exponential smoothing. In this study, it is the method where the model is applied to find the best fit of a time series model to past values of a time series. Forecasting. In this study, it is the process used to predict the future number of cases of road traffic accidents. Mathematical model. In this study, a set of mathematical models is used to predict the future number of cases of traffic accidents. Quarantine status. In this study, it refers to enhanced community quarantine, modified enhanced community quarantine, general community quarantine, and modified quarantine with the heightened restrictions. So, road traffic accident. In this study, it refers to the traffic accidents in Laguna, in Magdalena and Santa Cruz, Laguna. Road traffic injury. In this study, it is fatal or non-fatal injuries incurred as a result of road traffic crash. Sarima X or seasonal autoregressive integrated moving average exogenous model. In this study, it is the model used to forecast future values of the number of road traffic accidents. And here is Ms. Annalyn Tan to discuss about related literature up to statistical treatment of data of this study.
So now we go to our chapter 2, which is the review of related literature. We just pick the most important literature and studies that we will present, even though all literature and studies that we put in our chapter 2 is also important because we use it as a reference in our research. So, yung mga nakaano po, ayan po yung mga important na literature po ng studies namin. Next slide. Ito naman po yung sa related studies where the author is for the 2006, the WHO, the Barbere and Kirimi 2018, and also the studies of in the Philippines, the Azor Cathedrilia and Estrada 2018. Next slide po. So now, the chapter 3, the methodology. So our research design is quantitative research, forecast the collected data based on studies of historical and distinguish the patterns used to predict future outcomes. Our population is our target population, the municipalities of Magdalena and Santa Cruz, Laguna. Next slide po. Research instrument. Our research instrument is where gathered data from the municipality, police stations, and after that, we use it to predict the 5 years forecast of road traffic accidents. So the research procedure, the data to be gathered will feed the monthly record of road traffic accidents. So after that, we proceed to our technique where is magpo-forecast na po kami, kukunin na namin yung 5 years forecast ng road traffic accidents. Next slide po. So statistical treatment. So this is the list of methods that we use. The Bayesian probability and the inference. Ito po yung formula. Then seasonal autoregressive integrated moving average model, exponential smoothing, forecast accuracy, forecast error, the Poplar measure of performance, the MSE, or the mean squared error. Ayun po.